What's up again, guys? Brian here at 3TR, and I got another 3TR Topics video, and this time I'll be sharing my thoughts on the first official image of Ben Affleck in the new BatSuit, along with the first official image, or the first good image that we have of the new BatMobile. Yesterday, Zack Snyder tweeted a picture kind of showing what the BatMobile was going to look like from behind, and now you have this new image which kind of shows Ben Affleck from the front and him standing in front of the new BatMobile. And I have to say, going directly to the BatSuit, yeah, I actually really like it. I'll be sure to leave the picture somewhere here, and I'll be sure to leave a link to the picture down below if you want to see a much bigger shot of it. Yeah, I actually really like this new suit. I'm not too fond of the size of the ears, but you know, I think in the context of comparing it with older BatSuits, I think it actually makes a little bit of sense. If this really is Ben Affleck in the new BatSuit, I have to tell you, this guy is a beast. He is certainly the biggest out of all the Batmen that we've had so far. And the one thing that really also stands out to me is the size of the symbol. I really don't like, overall, I've never liked the fat size bat symbol, which this actually looks more reminiscent of the one that he had in The Dark Knight Returns with the much older Bruce, which I think this might be what they were going for. So in the contents of, you know, comparing this to like the source material, I guess this design does make a lot more sense. But, you know, the thing I've always noticed about the symbols is that the size of them tend to change depending on who's actually wearing them. So like if you actually look back at like Michael Keaton's BatSuit, you could tell that his symbol was definitely very much centered, and then Val Kilmer's was also very centered, and so was George Clooney's. But when we got up to Christian Bale's Batman Begins suit, that one too was also very big, and he was a very big guy at the time, and then he actually lost weight for the Dark Knight BatSuit, and that one was much smaller because he was a lot slimmer, so it's actually more reminiscent of mine. And so the suit itself actually works. So if this is really Ben Affleck in the new BatSuit, I gotta tell you, this is probably the first real big positive news I've had towards these future DC movies. I still think that Batman vs. Superman is gonna suck, and I still don't have much hope for the Justice League film afterwards, but you know, once we get past these two films, once we start getting into the individual films, when we get the individual Batman films, you know, I'll definitely be on board. I mean, I'm not sure if they'll make changes, so maybe this is not the suit we're going to have when we get to individual new Batman films, but if it is, then, you know, I'm definitely on board. And I've always been on Ben Affleck's side. I think he will do a really good job as Batman. Now, going on into the Batmobile itself, you know, with Batman kind of standing in front of it, kind of makes it a little hard to see, but it looks like they've done what a lot of people that I've spoken to who saw the yesterday's photo, looks like they actually combine elements of both Nolan's Tumbler Batmobile, or they don't really call it the Batmobile, they call it the Tumbler, and Tim Burton's Batmobile, because it has the look of like a tank-like vehicle, but it absolutely, thanks to the cockpit, it has definitely elements of Tim Burton's Batmobile. So I think that is a really creative design, because I mean, the thing that I've always kind of been biased about when it came to the Tim Burton's Batmobile is that, you know, that definitely is a Batmobile, but there's no way I would believe someone would drive that if they're going to fight crime. But when you look at the Tumbler, that absolutely looks like a vehicle, a very practical vehicle that someone like this would actually drive. So the fact that they're combining elements of both of them into one vehicle, I think is a genius move. I really hope maybe, I don't know, maybe someone gets video footage of this thing actually in action, but I gotta tell you, this looks like a beast of a vehicle, and I can't wait to see it in action. I can't wait to see what type of special little gadgets it has itself. So yeah, BatSuit, Batmobile look pretty awesome. I can't not wait to see these two in action, and I want to hear you guys' thoughts. Do you guys like the new design for the new Batmobile and the new Batsuit? Tell me your thoughts in the comments down below, and if you like this video, feel free to like, comment down below, and please subscribe to keep track of me in my future topic videos. And like always, thank you guys for watching. You're awesome, and I'll see you next time.